so guilty.
What's good, guys? It's Girl Facts. Hope you guys are well. Today we have a special guest. She's a radio presenter from BBC1XTRA, podcaster, host, girl from Brum. We've got Kaylee Golding in the building.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you, babe. How are you?
I'm great. Your makeup looks good today.
Oh, really? I haven't even finished it. I got to stick some eyelashes on, but I thought this can do for now.
Yes, and speaking of glowing, your skin's glowing. You just come back from holiday, haven't you?
Yeah. No, I have. Okay, I had a nice little staycation in the UK. It was nice.
Yeah, and you definitely deserve it. You definitely deserve it. You've been working very hard. Like
You've got.
I remember I first discovered you in lockdown. And I was like, oh my God, this girl like works like crazy. Like she's always on the go. She's always on her feet. She's always positive. Like, how has the BBC1XTRA radio like experience so far been for you?
Do you know what? It's been absolutely incredible. I'm having such a good time. Like I get to go in. It's my dream job at the end of the day. And with me, I always say to people that I was scared of when you've got a dream and you've wanted it for so long and you're working so hard to achieve that dream. I was worried that it wouldn't be as amazing as what I hoped, but I got there and it is literally everything that I wanted and more. Like I'm having the best time. My team are incredible. The listeners are absolutely amazing. It's just everything that I would want and more.
No, honestly, like when I tell you you're like an inspirational, like you're actually you're so inspiring. Like I remember watching you from community radio, going to Kiss, literally being at Magic, being at Represent, and then now being on BBC1XTRA radio. Like it's been madness. Like you're taking us on this journey with you.
It has been really nice to know that people have been along the journey with me, and I feel it inside my soul. Like people that have been like from early on, from when I was living in Birmingham originally, which was like 6 years ago, the people that had joined at whatever moment they joined me in watching my journey. It's just been really, really nice to have that support.
Yeah, I know. But I gotta ask you this: what was your first day like at BBC1XTRA? Like, were you nervous?
Oh, of course, I was terrified. Like, I was really, really, really scared. But it was kind of like we did a lot of practicing like the week before, so I was kind of like, I know what I'm doing. But if I was most nervous that the listeners liked me, like I was thinking I want them to like me. Because imagine if there was like, oh, actually, we don't vibe with her, we don't connect with her. Because I think the main thing about being a presenter is just people being able to vibe with you and have a good time with you. So I was thinking, if they can't do that, then God help me, I won't be here long. But no, it was everything. And I remember getting home and just being like, I did cry. I cried the morning of. I cried when I got home. I was just like, oh my God, like I'm really doing this. But I remember just getting home and just being like, wow, okay, day one, I've done it. It's like the first day of school.
Yeah, 6 years of hard work though. Well, technically it's been longer because
it's been longer, but
it's been longer, and it's finally paid off as well.
I know.
Now, speaking of holidays, Love Island has officially come to an end like a week ago. We've had the reunion. I'm not gonna lie, that series right there, series 10, will definitely go down in history for me. Like, from the casting, the entertainment, the chaos, the plot twist, the brutal dumpings, like, and all sorts. But I gotta ask you, like, if you had to rate the series out of 10, what would you rate it?
Oh, for me, I would say it's a strong 9.
A 9? Why a 9?
Because
why is it not a 10?
Okay, I'm honest. I'm still catching up. I'm still behind. That's why I'm like, I can't give it my full rating until I've watched the whole thing. Because obviously, I'm not like at the moment where I'm catching up. The parents are just coming in now, so I'm kind of like, I haven't saw like the baby episode. I haven't saw the reunion. But from what I've seen so far, definitely a 9, borderline 10. I just think it was just good. Like the casting was the best cast that it's ever been. Yeah, it was just wicked. I think what I would have liked though as well. Do you remember in Castle Mall when they'll send pictures?
Yes.
I would have enjoyed that. That would have brought it up to a 10. But I feel like it's been messy enough. It's been great. I loved it.
We do love a bit of a chaos, don't we?
Oh, absolutely.
100%. Who was your favorite couple?
Ella and Tyreek. I love them. I do.
You're one of the people that love chaos, don't you?
I do love chaos. But you know what it is? Tyreek, like, there's just something about him that I love. And I loved watching their journey. And I kind of loved watching him be vulnerable and allowing himself to get feelings for someone. And I just feel like they're real. I feel like sometimes in Love Island, you see couples and you think they're not genuine. I feel like they are genuine, and I see the battle and I see the struggle. And the same with Jess and Sammy as well. I think that's what's been nice about this season. Like, I think a lot of the couples are genuine, and you saw them have to struggle, you saw them have to overcome things. And for me, that is kind of like, okay, it shows that they actually do really like each other.
So I know this is random, but when I watch back Love Island, I just think to myself, as bubbly as I am, as sociable as I am, like, I don't know if I could live with people, like 14, 15 people for 2 months. Like, I don't know how people do that. Like,
yeah, socially, it would be a lot, because social battery is a real thing. Like,
yes,
it would be a lot. And even just getting up and getting ready every single day, long.
The same people, 24/7, seeing the same people. Like, at some point, you get tired.
Yeah, of course. Like, it would be a struggle. And even all like the mental torment of, oh, someone's going to come in, someone's going to get to know someone that I like. Like, it's just a lot.
Definitely. Now, I don't know if you saw, but it's been reported that, you know, Love Island All Stars is coming out very soon. They're going to replace it with, Love Island Winter Series is not going to be there anymore for the new year. So it's going to be Love Island All Stars. I don't know about you, but for me, I just feel like I don't think that's necessary.
I know what you mean, but I feel like if people are watching it less, then they need to do something to spruce things up, and I feel like that would be a good way to spruce things up. I think it would be interesting, because to be honest, when I think about it, a lot of other different shows that have done like an all-star or a celebrity version of this, it always ends up being really, really good in the end. Because also as well, what you have to remember is that these people now will have egos because they've got a bigger following, so they'll be a bit more dramatic and a little bit more. I don't know. I think it could be interesting, and I think they've been trying it out by putting old islanders in, and like Kaylee in this year, it worked. So yeah, I think it could work.
What do you make of the fact that they bringing, because they did that with Adam Collard the last series? What do you make of them bringing those former Love Islanders back? Like, do you think it's necessary, especially the fact that they have a following now, they know how the game works? Like, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I'm not against it. I'm not like majorly like, oh my god, I love it, but I'm not against it either. So I feel like it works. And also, to be honest, there's some Love Islanders that I absolutely love, and you watch them on your screens and you're addicted for what, like 8 weeks, and then they kind of disappear unless you follow them on socials, but that's still not the same as actually seeing them. So to be honest, I wouldn't be mad at some of my favorite Islanders coming back. I'd like to see them on my screens again.
That's true. Now, there's been like a bit of a conversation that sparked up in terms of like age limit, like how like what would be the appropriate age limit for like contestants to go on the show. So we've had like past Islanders like Gemma, she was 19 when she entered the show, and then we've had Amber that has come into the show. Like, do you think 19 is a bit too young to go on Love Island?
It is young,
because when I was 19, I had no business like dating. I was too busy living my best life at uni, reading my books.
Yeah. No, but I was dating at 19, so
that's true.
Yeah, so I think it's like, I think it all comes down to the individual, and as long as the casting producers are doing enough research to make sure that they're mentally okay and that they're mature enough and all these kind of things. So I wouldn't want to see an 18-year-old in there that's acting like a child. Gemma was very, very mature for 19.
Yeah,
I didn't think that Gemma was 19.
Yeah.
So I think that I think it all comes down to the individual, to be honest.
It's interesting because there's also contestants as well that are older, like they're way older, like 26 and 28. And imagine like doing the heart race challenge, and then like, you know what I mean? Like, I've always like found that quite weird. Like, I don't know. Especially those like challenges. Like, it does definitely spark up a conversation. Like a 19-year-old being with a 25-year-old. Like, do you think age actually matters though? Like in terms of that?
I think it's whether one. how mature the person is to make sure that they're making their right decisions for them, and they're able to make their right decisions. I think obviously with anything, there's certain age limits that are ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? Because again, people need to be safe, and if you're being taken advantage
definitely, yeah.
of someone older, then that's not safe. But yeah, that's down to the producers, boy. I'm not involved in that. That's down to the producers. I'm not involved.
Now, I don't know if you heard, but Big Brother is coming back.
Oh, I know. I'm excited for that.
Who do you want to see on on the contestants?
I just want to see a variety. That's what I love about Big Brother. Like, there's just a variety of people. Like, you'll have an older person, you have a younger person, you'll have like all different kinds of characters, and then all thrown in. And that's what makes it great, is the dynamic of watching everyone try to interact, etc. So I don't want it to be an influency kind of show. I don't want that. I want it to be normal people.
100%. Would you go on Big Brother? I can imagine you on there.
Maybe before 1XTRA, not now.
Yeah, but I definitely
now.
see you on there, 100%.
Could you imagine? It'd be quite funny.
Now, of course, Carnival's around the corner. We've celebrated Jamaica Independence Day. Like, what are you planning on doing for Carnival? Like, are you gonna be outside this Carnival? Are you gonna be celebrating?
I wish I was. I'm going to Liverpool Carnival, so I'm DJing there. I'm not going to go to Notting Hill. Usually I always go, but at the moment, I don't know. I just think, one, it's really, really busy. Like, there's a lot of people. Two, I'm actually not even in London anymore. Before, I was living in London. And three, I'm working. I'm on air, so I'm on air in Birmingham, so I can't go.
That's still enjoyment, though, because like,
1,000%.
Your job is an enjoyment thing.
No, exactly that. So I'm gonna have a great time. I don't mind missing out for this year. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I have a great time, but it was last year was too many people. Like, it was way too many people. Did you go?
No, I didn't go. You see, with me, when it comes to like environments like that, like I don't know how to go about things, because as much as I love being outside, I don't know, because it gets a bit wild, you know.
Yeah. It's just, my thing is just, when there's so many people, I always just think like I wouldn't be able to escape. Like, if something happened, how am I leaving this place? So I think as I was younger, I didn't care. But like now, I'm a little bit like I really love my life. So how would I escape out of this situation? Like, last year, it was literally like person to person, like this the whole way round.
Yeah, I couldn't deal with that.
It was a bit too much.
Crazy. Now, this weekend that's past gone, we celebrated 50 years of hip hop. And I don't know about you, but what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of hip hop?
I think Notorious B.I.G. just because I absolutely adore his music. Yeah, I think it's just about culture and it's the music that I love. Like hip hop is such a legendary genre, and it changes in so many different beautiful ways. And it's crazy. It's only 50 years old.
I know. Mad,
isn't it? Yeah. My mom's older than hip hop. What?
I look at like the back in the days, like visuals, like especially like Missy Elliott, Eve, Snoop Dogg, all of them. And I feel like, especially with Missy Elliott, there was so much creativity when it comes to like the music videos back in the day. Like, it was well thought out, the fashion, the bucket hats, moves, dungarees, flare jeans, which are coming back now as well.
Absolutely.
So like things like that, it just takes us back from those moments. And it's also with the music as well. But definitely the fashion. The bucket hats.
Absolutely. Yeah, the fashion was a big part. I kind of wish that people cared a bit more about music videos now than as what they did back in the day, because if there was so much culture around music videos, whereas now it's not like a big thing anymore, really.
No,
like, I mean, look at Beyonce's whole album. We haven't had one music video, but the album's doing great and she's touring it there. So that kind of shows that even if people want videos, they don't really need to do them anymore.
No, not really.
Which is a shame. But hip hop, a lot of the culture was built around the music videos and the looks and the fashion and all of that.
And especially with like back then, girl band groups, boy band groups were huge, like B2K, like Pretty Ricky, TLC, all of them. They were so huge back then. And now we only get the odd one too, like No Guidance and Flow, which they are doing amazing. But back then, we was seeing a whole lot of groups. Yeah, like it's crazy. But it's just interesting to see like the history of it and how it started. Like I was watching the documentary and I was like, damn, it's crazy, right?
Isn't it? Yeah, proper.
Crazy. But what's next for Kaylee? You know, we've got the hot girl brunch coming up soon. Book my ticket.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But for those who don't know, and for those who want to know more about hot girl brunch, because I'm not gonna like that idea right there. Different. And I'm glad that you caught that, because I was like, listen, I'm there. Like, but yeah, for those who don't know, what is the hot girl brunch? The concept, everything. What is it all about?
So Hot Girl Brunch is literally an event for the ladies, by the ladies. Guys can come as long as you're there to basically gas us up and accept us being hot girls. Yeah. So the music is all about songs that empower us, make us feel good, make us feel sexy, make us feel like we're outside. It's just about celebrating and feeling good. Like that's all I want. And I feel like I noticed that I'd go to a lot of events and there'll be a lot of male DJs that aren't playing the songs that I want. They're not playing for the girls. Do you know what I mean? There'll be girls in there, but they're not playing for them. So this is an event where it's kind of like whatever the ladies want to hear, that's what's being played. It's somewhere that you can dress how you want, act up as much as you want, and you know that there's other girls there doing the same thing. So you haven't got to feel like you're too much, because we're all too much and we love being too much. And that's the energy.
And you know what I've noticed from you? You're actually a hot girl at heart. Like,
oh, I am a hot girl. I'm a real hot girl.
And you've been embracing it for time. Like you've been a hot girl. Like
I've been a hot girl.
Yeah, and even like the way you dress, like honestly, like the fashion sense and everything. And I admire how like you embrace it with your chest. Like I love that. But why is it so important to just embrace yourself unapologetically? Like you always have that. Like where'd you get that from?
I think it stems from my mum just always like teaching us to be confident and to love yourself and to celebrate yourself. And for me, I just feel like if I'm just unapologetically myself and I'm just like, this is me, then people kind of have to deal with it. I feel like if you try and hide away from people, or you seem like you're not comfortable with who you are, that's when people can start knocking it. Do you know what I mean? But I'm like, as long as I'm happy within myself, no one can tell me nothing. So I'm going to go through my life being happy, being positive, because I'm happy with how I am and who I am. So it's really about self-discovery and really getting to know yourself and being happy with yourself from within. And then from when you're there, yeah, you'll be outside.
Yes. Now, when is it? What days the hot girl brunch, and what can we expect on the day?
Yeah, so it is the 2nd of September. So in just over 2 weeks, it's in Birmingham at the Rainbow. It's from 4 till 11. But the thing is with me, yeah, I had a party on the weekend and we carried on, and we wasn't meant to carry on, but we carried on.
Oh, okay.
So if people are having a good time, then we'll extend it, but we'll just see. So yeah, it's just great music, great DJ lineup. Games as well. So I like to play games to kind of bring people together, because I think whenever you go to an event, sometimes people feel very like segregated in their own groups, and I don't like that. And a lot of people will come into the hot girl brunch on their own. So I feel like games are a great way for everyone to kind of get to know each other, break the ice, and then by the end of the party, by the time everyone's dancing and turning up, everyone's made friends, so they feel safe and they feel comfortable. So yeah, just lots of acting up.
Yes. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, when I tell you I went there by myself, and I actually, like, everybody was lovely. Like, honestly, everybody was so nice. So you guys really need to make it through. But other than that, what else can we expect other than like presenting? Like, is there anything else that you're working on, or?
No, to be honest, I think before I always had like a billion plates spinning. I just want to do the best possible radio show on 1XTRA. So for the next like at least a year of the show running, I want to make sure that that's where my main focus is, and then I can start to think about other stuff and like developing other ideas and etc. But at the moment, I'm like, let me just focus on doing the best possible radio show and really getting my feet in with it.
Yeah, definitely. And you can tell, like, obviously, because you've been in London for so long and you've come back home and you've have you settled? Would you say that you've like settled now?
Or? Yeah. I'd say that I've settled, and even to be honest, even just coming home and just spending time with my family and that being a big focus has been really, really nice. Because I was in London for 6 years. I moved to London as soon as I turned 18, so it's kind of nice to have time with my family as well.
Amazing. And I don't know about you, but this summer hasn't really been summering like that.
Don't. It's winding me up. It's really winding me up because I'm just like, what's going on? Like, where is the weather? I have outfits that I want to wear. I want to be outside, but the weather's forcing me inside. I can't.
Listen, I'm wearing a jumper. I shouldn't be wearing a jumper.
Yeah, it's bad. It's so bad.
It's bad. But like you said, hot girl brunch is coming up soon, so we're gonna have a good time.
Regardless.
But I want to say thank you so much, Kaylee, for coming to my platform. Honestly, I know you're very busy and you've got a lot going on. Honestly, I appreciate it because I appreciate you a lot. But any last words? Where can the people find you? And what advice do you have for the people out there that do what you do? And
Thank you for having me, first of all, and keep smashing it. I really appreciate you and everything that you're doing as well. So you can find me on socials at Kaylee Golden. And then I think it's Kaylee Golden _ on Twitter. Well, now X, whatever the hell it's now called, on there. But everything else is just at Kaylee Golden. And my advice would be to just keep doing it, keep putting yourself out there, try everything, experiment. And what works, and what doesn't, you can just keep altering. I think you just have to throw yourself in it. And when I say throw yourself in it, like go the full way and don't give up on yourself either.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Kaylee. Have a blessed show. I know you're going to smash it. We should see you very soon.
Wicked. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. See